Good evening, viewer. Welcome to our Glory Globe TV. Here's the breaking news from USA, United States of America. Yes, the National Weather Service of USA office in Springfield, Illinois issued a blowing dust warning morning for the first time ever after a blinding dust storm sprang up south of Springfield, Illinois, causing a deadly highway pileup. It may not be the last such warning the office issues. The crashes killed at least 7 people and injured dozens. Monday morning, the highway did not open again until Tuesday. The horrific crashes involved 40 to 60 passengers cars and multiple tractor trailers, 2 of which caught fire. At least 30 people were taken to hospitals with injuries, and Montgomery County authorities, 10 helicopters were called to the scene in addition to a hazardous material team to suppress fires. Climate change researchers have warned of an increase in such events for years. Yes, in the 1930s, the Dust Bowl was a period of severe dust storms that devastated croplands across the Paris tours. It was caused by several factors, including prolonged drought and newly opened agricultural lands that had never before been put to the plow. The intensive plowing and tilling of land unsuited to that type of agriculture and the destruction it caused was an alarm for farmers and led to the Department of Agriculture to set up the Soil Conservation Service, said Rob Myers, a professor of agriculture at University of Missouri. Multiple factors caused the Dust Bowl, who said economic factors was also worst. The problem, severe drops in crop prices caused farmers to abandon their farms, leaving bare soil behind. There was no irrigation, so there were many abandoned fields without any vegetation protection, which made it susceptible to wind erosion. She said, to fight the dust storms that blew millions of tons of topsoil from fields, farmers learned dryland growing techniques and planted thousands of miles of trees as windbreaks, which helped stop the shifting of soil. I grew up on a farm roughly 30 miles from where the accident happened in Illinois. Myers said we had windbreaks planted on average every half mile. They were Osage orange trees that were planted in the 1930s. Unfortunately, agriculture practices espoused by then Secretary of Agriculture Al Bush in 1973, calling upon American farmers to plant fence row meant most of them were bulldozed out. Myers' family removed theirs in the 1980s. That's a beginning change. Today, farmers are once again conservation-minded and taking the threat of climate change seriously. Myers said modern methods include using no-till crops to avoid breaking up the soil, planting cover crops to hold in moisture, and once again planting windbreak. If there is any good news in this terrible story, it is that there is more funding than ever before from both the government and the private sector to help farmers to try out and adopt additional conservation measures. Behind the report, Globe TV, Delhi, India.